Good morning and welcome to Wake Up and Rise, the morning show that brings you the latest information, motivation, and inspiration you need to rise above. I'm your host, Dustin Williams, husband to the last good woman on earth, father to 3 amazing kiddos, and Kentucky's favorite real estate expert. Each episode is designed with you in mind, providing you with insightful tips, daily inspiration, and strategies to succeed. So grab your cup of coffee, settle in, and let's rise together because it is time to wake up and rise. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wake Up and Rise. I am Dustin Williams, your favorite host of this show, and Kentucky's favorite real estate expert, coming to you live with episode 48 of Wake Up and Rise, right here from my makeshift studio in my new to me old house in my home office in Paris, Kentucky. Man, that's a mouthful. How long have I been saying that? That's a mouthful. It is 6:32 a.m. It is November the 4th of 2024. Yes, it is the beginning of November, but if it's anything like September and October and even, June, July, all those months, it's just going to fly by, right? Like before we know it, Thanksgiving's going to be here. We're going to wake up and it's going to be Christmas morning. I'm already trying to ward off my wife from putting the Christmas tree up. Like, come on. I'm not trying to squash people's like your holiday spirit or whatever, but come on, can we not celebrate Turkey Day and put the tree up like Thanksgiving night? Is that not a thing? Why is it got to go up so much earlier? Why does everybody keep saying Christmas starts on Friday? Last week it's what everybody was saying, Christmas starts on Friday. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Just wait until at least the night of Thanksgiving. Come on, guys. Come on. You're not going to change my mind. I'm standing firm on that. Christmas tree don't go up until Thanksgiving night. But so Christmas is around the corner and Thanksgiving's around the corner. It is just flying by. And this weekend we had a lot of sick kids. One started puking, and then the other one started running a fever, not feeling good. So we spent the weekend for the most part, except for when I had to go out and show some houses and do some work. We spent the weekend at home, and just kind of nestled up. I made homemade chicken noodle soup. We watched a little bit of TV. We spent some time with each other, and I got some good work in. So that's how my weekend went. So this morning, I was writing the show, and I look over, and I'm like, oh, The Art of War. I haven't done something on a book for a little bit of time. The Art of War. What kind of information can I bring from The Art of War to the show here? So how does that apply to our personal life and our business life? It's full. This book is full of ancient wisdom, right? Everybody's heard about it. You may not have read it, but everybody's heard about this book. So how can this boost your business and your personal relationships? That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. It's timeless, classic wisdom that everybody has heard about. You may think, isn't this just a book about battles? Didn't some guy write this about war? But The Art of War, it really offers lessons. If you read some of the stuff in here and really reflect on it, it offers lessons that can be applied beyond the battlefield, right? Especially when it comes to navigating work and relationships. The first chapter in this book, it's all about preparation and strategy. Strategy meant carefully assessing the situation before any action, right? That's what it means. What kind of strategy am I going to use? Today, that same principle can apply to businesses and personal relationships, just like it could apply to battlefields. This book teaches us that before we engage, whether it's in a very important meeting or a personal conversation or something like that, we should consider our approach very carefully, because it's about knowing your goals, understanding others' perspectives, preparing for any challenges ahead. It's also like you don't just jump in. Sometimes you do that, but you don't really just jump in because you really have an idea of where you want it to go or what you want to get out of what you're doing. So in relationships, preparation doesn't necessarily mean planning every word that you're going to say. Sometimes you do, I guess, in a presentation or something. But really, you're approaching the interaction with some empathy. You're trying to get into the shoes of that person, in a sense. You're trying to really understand where that person is that you're trying to reach. Some clarity and some purpose, right? That's how you approach those conversations and those interactions. So the art of war would say that knowing the terrain, you are better equipped to find common ground and avoid misunderstandings. So when you're going into interactions with people, whether it's consumers, whether it's a very important meeting with a partner or a potential partnership or whatever, some kind of very important meeting, and they're all important, you're better equipped to go in and look for common ground where you can connect to that person. And if you can connect to that person on common ground, it's going to help you avoid misunderstandings. You build trust, right? You have to build trust and success. And that's where some of this stuff comes into. What insights, like if I take chapter 1 here, and that's what I did, what insights can we use to strengthen our business and personal connections? Well, here's the breakdown. I just let you know your terrain, right? So terrain is literal for in the book, in the Art of War, but for us, for me and you, it really represents the dynamics and the context of our relationships with people. In business, it might mean understanding your clients or your consumers' needs, the company culture around you, or your team's strengths, right? Personally, it could be recognizing what matters to the people around you, your loved ones, your friends, the people you like to hang out with, the people you want to get closer to, right? Like what matters to them, because that's what's going to matter to you. It's how you're going to connect to them. When you're turned into our environment, when you are tuned, Eastern Appalachian accent going on there again, right? When you are tuned into our environment where we are, we build trust and empathy together, creating stronger foundations in both business and personal lives. Number 2, balance strengths and weaknesses. So the Art of War says to know your strengths and the opponent's weaknesses. But here's the thing. In the world we live in, let's think of it as understanding both your strengths and areas for improvement, not necessarily weaknesses. I don't like saying weaknesses. I hate that question when they say, "What is your weakness?" What do you mean, what is my weakness? Like, I could tell you a weakness, but really and truly, it's really room for improvement. I can always get better in this, right? I can learn how to be better. So in a business or relationship or personal relationship setting, this could mean you lean into your unique skills that you already have and that you're good at, while being aware of where you may need support. If you think you're not good at something, find somebody else who is good at that something. Bring them in, partner with them, have them teach you, lean into them, right? Relationships thrive when we are authentic and we show up for other people and we show up with our strengths while remaining open to connecting to people who might be better at something that we need to improve in. And number 3, adaptability is key. And I've said this before, but adaptability is truly key. Even the best plans sometimes need adjusting. Maybe you're heading into a meeting and you're prepared to pitch a new ideal, but it doesn't resonate with your team. Okay. Or maybe the conversation with a friend takes an unexpected turn. So the art of war here, the lesson in Sun Tzu's art of war is to stay flexible, stay adaptable. Okay. Adapt your approach to fit the changing landscape of your relationships. Often success lies in our ability to read the room and respond effectively. I'm still learning this stuff. When I get on here and I talk about this stuff with you guys, it's not because necessarily I'm a super expert. It's not because I got all this stuff figured out. This is lessons that I am learning. My real estate business, connecting with people, I'm still learning how to do that. I still have challenges to overcome. This is stuff that I take with me and apply. This is stuff that I truly believe in. And when I had a difficult situation over the weekend, and you know what? Like I pulled this out. I was like, relationships. What could I have done better? How can I apply this to that tough situation? And chapter 1 is exactly what I dealt with over the weekend. So I had some useful insight. I hope you guys had some useful insight from this too. I really do. I hope the wisdom from the art of war that I've shared with you this morning brings new perspective to your business and your personal relationships. At least makes you think about it. Remember, trust and success, they are built on strategy, empathy, and adaptability. They really are. So take time today to consider how you approach interactions with people and harness your strength, but be open to growth and to leaning into people who are better at some things that you need improvement in. I am your host, Dustin Williams, reminding you to stay inspired, stay strategic, and rise above. This is going to be the wrap up of the show today, guys. So go out there today, and face the day with purpose, strength, and when you go into those relationships and those connections, make sure you're going in to strengthen those connections to really and truly bond with that person that matters the most. Now, I'll talk to you at some point about not wasting your time on people that don't need wasted time on, because you have those too. But the people that matter, go in there with purpose, go in there with any interaction with them with purpose and with the strategy to strengthen the connection that you already have. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will be back here tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. with another episode. We'll dive into some more of the art of war and I'll walk you through some of the sayings of Sun Tzu here and how you can apply this to your business and to your personal life too. What kind of wisdom can we get from this ancient book, right? And how can we apply that to our lives? If you found this episode interesting, if you found this episode helpful, share it out on your newsfeed, or tell somebody about the show, or even send this episode to somebody if you think it's something that would help them. I'm trying to build this community with you guys where we can lean into one another, where we can lift each other up. I'm trying to really build something with you guys to connect. So if you wouldn't mind sharing this out, that's super helpful. Telling people about the show, and just join me. Join me, even if you can't make it at 6:30 a.m. Hey, watch the video, leave some comments, interact with one another. There, I do have a Wake Up and Rise Facebook page. It just I haven't went live on there, haven't been able to. Facebook says I can't, but apparently you have to be established page, and they changed algorithms, and it's a whole mess. So I just go live on my personal feed. I share this out on the Wake Up and Rise page. But there is a page where you can go and you can connect to others. If you guys would want me to create a Wake Up and Rise group, like a Facebook group, so you can interact there, I'm more than happy to give that a shot. Just, hey, shoot me a message. Let me know that, or drop a comment down below. But I really want to build this with you guys, a community where we can lean into each other and lift each other up. I'll be back here tomorrow morning. I'll see you guys then. And until then, get out there today and rise above.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard, bro. Yeah. I feel like I could rule the world. I know I could be what I want to. Above all, be yourself all the time. Let no one tell you what you can't do. It's all about life and progression, motivation and the lessons and the blessings that come with it all. And if you feel like quitting, don't stop, keep going, cause you know they love to see you fall. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to ball, cause I ain't had enough and I deserve it all. I put my all in it like no days off. On the road, let's travel, never looking back. Like, feeling like gold, I don't wanna hide it. Oh yeah, on top of the world, nothing gonna stop me. Ain't nobody telling me no, I'll get confused wherever I go. Yeah, feel like I can rule the world. Yeah, like I'm on top of the world. You know, like I can rule the world. Like I can rule the world. All I wanna do is live my best life for the rest of my years. Do what I love, just not what I can, and master my life for a master plan. Cause I remember way back when they thought I wouldn't last, they said I wouldn't win, but whatever though, I'm in the end zone, I'm doing my thing, and I'm big goals. Oh yeah, feeling like gold, I don't wanna hide it. Oh yeah, on top of the world, nothing gonna stop me. Like I can rule the world. Like I can rule the world. Yeah. Like